Welcome to SATI Learning. In today's lab, we will create load balancer in Azure, and also we will use the availability set and the virtual network and the resource group and the network security group. So let's start the lab. So first we will go to resource group and we will create the new resource group. So I create sales resource group. So the region is important. So I'm creating in East US. So go to resource group. So successfully created. So I'm going to virtual networks and I'm creating the VNet and the subnet for the VNet. So I'm selecting the resource group, sales, VNet. So the region is important. The resource group region and the VNet region should be the same. So this is the IP address space. I'm creating 10.0.0.0/16 and we will add a subnet. Just we will change the name to sales subnet. Save. Next, security. There is no change required, so we will keep as it is. Validation passed. We will create the VNet. So the deployment in progress. Deployment is completed. We will check the VNet. So VNet created in the resource group and location East SG and the subnet also created. Now we will go and create the virtual machine. So we can select here the available services, otherwise we can search here virtual machines. So for this lab we will create a Unix machine. Resource group, virtual machine name, sales server 1. So the region also should be East US. So availability option. So the availability set should be similar in the both the environments. So for this example, I am creating two web servers actually. So the availability set should be common for both the environments. So I am creating new availability set, sales A set. So we'll keep the other fields as it is. So I'm selecting the Ubuntu server. So I'm using B1 MS size. So I will select the password. I'm giving the user ID. So the port should be important. So based on this only the security group will be created. So SSH to log into the Unix machine and create the web server and HTTP to access the web server. So next, disk. So I'm using standard SSD. So if you are using premium SSD, we need to pay, even though if you are using a free trial. So next, networking. So I'm selecting the VNet which we created. So I'm selecting the sales subnet. So we keep all the parameters default. Review and create. So there is no error, validation passed. Now I'm creating the virtual machine. So it will take 4 to 5 minutes. So as per my understanding, Unix servers will be created very fast. So if you are creating Windows server, it will take more time. So deployment is completed. So go to resource. So this is the public IP address. Now I will go to networking and I will add port rule for port 80. So this is for load balancing. So load balancing will be pinging the server in the port 80. So for that I'm adding this. So now web server 1 is ready. So we log into the web server 1. So I'm using Mobile Extreme app for logging to the Unix machine. So we can now use PuTTY also. So let me copy the public IP address. So I will place it here. Public IP address of the web server 1. I'm giving the user ID. So logged in successfully. I will change to root user. So now we will install the Apache server. So this is the command. So I will provide the commands in my YouTube channel. So it won't take much time. So it will be done within few minutes. So the installation of the web server. So this is the installation command. So install yes. So we need to go to the HTML file and change the default HTML page. ls rm index.html. So I'm removing the default HTML and I'm creating new HTML. Insert h1 welcome to Azure load balancer web server 1. So I will save the file cat index.html, so we can see like the source code. So now we will copy the public IP address. We'll try to access the web server 1. So web server 1 is ready. So now we will go and create the web server 2. Click on add button. So resource group, we should select proper resource group, sales RG, and I will mention sales W server 2. So this is very important. Region should be East US, and we need to select the availability set. No need to create the availability set again, because the availability set should be similar for all the web servers in the load balancer. So Ubuntu server, standard size, password, so we have to select the port SSH and HTTP. So disk, we will select standard SSD. Next, networking. So we already that new network is selected. Review and create. So I will pause the video for 5 minutes and I will resume again. So deployment is completed. So web server 2 is ready. So now we will go to networking and we will create the port 80. Add inbound rule. So port 80. So if you see here, like already SSH and other rules are already enabled. So and another one, like if you forget the password, you no need to worry. So you can search here and change the password. So there is a reset password option is there. So we can change the password. So web server 2. So this is the public IP address. I will copy and paste it here. So create a new session. So we, as I told you, like you can use putty also. So I'm changing this tab web server 2. So web server 1 is here and server 2 is here. So we will install the Apache. So Apache is installing. So we'll go to the HTML path. We'll remove the index.html, default HTML, and we'll create our own. So I will copy the same here, and I will change web server 1 to web server 2. Yeah, the changes are done. So now I will start the Apache server. So now we'll check the server is running or not. Open new tab. So web server 2 is running. So now we have created the resource group and the virtual network, VNet, subnet, and we created two virtual machines, two Linux machine, and we have created the web server. So now the next step is we need to create the load balancer. So like here we can search load balancer. Sorry, load balancer. So create load balancer. So resource group, we need to select proper resource group, and I'm giving sales LB, and region is very important. So the region should be similar to the resource group and VNet and the virtual machine. So the type is public. So internally is within our data center. So I'm selecting SKU basic. So for demo this is enough. So in this basic one we can create maximum up to 1000 instances. So public IP address I'm creating new. I'm giving sales LB IP. So we keep all the variables as it is. So review and create. So deployment is going on. Successfully the load balancer is created. So I think it's underway. Yeah, deployment is completed. We'll go to the resources. So sales LB is created. So the next step is, like if you see here, like public IP address is not mentioned. So it's some value sales IP as we mentioned in previous step. So we should get the proper IP address here. So this is the front end IP address configuration. So there is no change required here. We'll go to backend pool and we'll create a new backend pool. So sales backend pool, virtual network, sales VNet associated to virtual machines. So we'll select the virtual machine which we created, sales server 1, sales server 2, click add. So both the servers are added, so the load will be balanced between both the servers. Submitting the deployment. Hopefully there won't be any error. So if you are doing the steps properly, so like if you see here, like all the resources which we are creating will be deployed to the resource group, sales resource group. So it won't take much time. So it's created, the resource group, sorry, backend pool is created. So next we'll go to health props. Sales LB health prop. So we'll be listening in TCP port 80, and it will retry in every 5 seconds. So unhealthy threshold, like it will continuously check for the 2 failures. So after 2 failures, it will mention like the server is unhealthy. So now we will create the health props. So it's taking a few minutes to create the health prop. So health prop is successfully created. It's created successfully. So now the next step is like we need to create the rules, load balancing rules. So sales LB rule. So like all the values defaultly loaded. TCP port 80, and if you see here, like backend pool also it's coming correctly, and health prop also coming correctly, and the session resistance. So if when you select the none, so it will defaultly will change the lookup actually, pinging the port number. And when we are selecting the client IP, so if we are accessing the web server 1, so all the requests will go to the particular web server only, so for the session. So the third one is client IP and portal. So the client IP and portal, based on that the request will go actually. So for our case we'll select none. So this is the ideal timeout, means we will keep it as it is. So we are creating the rule. So these are the steps actually, like we need to create the load balancer, then we have to configure the front end IP properly during the load balancer creation step, Next, we need to create the backend pool, and we need to mention the available web servers. So the next one is health props. We need to provide a health prop port 80, and the last step is load balancing rules. So it's created successfully. So we'll check one by one. Front-end IP configuration, fine. So we got the IP address. Backend pools, 2 virtual machines, fine. And health props, look up into port 80. Load balancing rules also created successfully. So now what we will do is, like, we will go to the overview section. So here, like, this is the public IP address. We need to copy this. So we will remove this text. So this is the IP address for the load balancer. So what we will do is, like, we will create a new window in Chrome. So now, like, the load balancer is pointing to web server 2. Now I will open another window in Internet Explorer. See, now we are getting web server 1. So the load balancer is balancing the load between the web server 1 and web server 2. Now we will try to refresh. See, it's changed it to web server 2. So the next request goes to web server 2. So now we will check. See, it's balancing the load actually. So when we are opening the new session, so whenever the new request goes, it will balance the load web server 2. So that's it. So our lab is completed. So just we will revamp our revamp. First we need to create the resource groups in the proper region. Then we need to create a virtual network, VNet and subnet, using the virtual group in the same region. Then we need to create the virtual machine, 2 virtual machine, and we need to open the port 80, and we need to log into the PuTTY or some other software, and we need to deploy the Apache 2. So then so our web servers are working fine. So then we need to go to the load balancer. So in load balancer, we need to create the load balancer in the same region and the same resource group, and we need to provide the front-end IP configuration properly. So next step is, like, go and check the front-end IP configuration. We will not get the IP address. We will get the IP address in the end. So then go to backend pool and create the 2 virtual machine, map the 2 virtual machine, and health props, go and point it to TCP port 80. Next one, like, load balancing rule. So that's like, it's like selecting the virtual network and backend pool, health props, and save it. So now when we go to the load balancer, so we will get the IP address. So the IP address, when we open in the new window, so our load balancer will be working actually. So that's it, our lab is completed. So please pass your comments and share your comments. So if you need any video, please post me, and I will post a new video. Thanks.